Hello everyone, welcome to IAS Brains Current Affairs Digest. So hope you have read all the current affairs which I have uploaded earlier. Now we'll be discussing much more important topics for further competitive exam. Fine. Next is about the e-Shram portal. What is this e-Shram portal? Yes. What is mean by organized and unorganized workers? First of all, as you said, it is correct. It is, the portal consists of the database of unorganized sector workers all over India. Do you know that 80% of the workers in India are informal workers? Only 20% of the workers are formal. And one more thing, only these formal workers will pay the income tax, direct tax. All the people will pay the indirect tax. As we have the access to the goods and services, definitely we have to pay the indirect tax. But coming to the direct tax, who will have the formal employment, formal records, they will only pay the tax. If you have bought something at the vendor shop by giving hand cash, do you know that is it taxed? If you pay anything in the supermarket, advantage. Yes, and we'll bargain at that place, sorry, we'll not bargain at that place, even though it is costly, we'll bargain at this place, even though it is come here. Yes, 80% informal workers, 20% formal workers do exist. So what happened? Why this portal? Why we have to register the unorganized workers?
During the pandemic, suddenly all the workers were expected to go back to their home by foot. So
Yes.
keep a track of all the workers.
Yes. The migrant workers are the most informal workers. Do we know exactly who are working in our, like if we build a construction, if we construct a house, do we know that from which places the people came and working? We don't even have the registration process. Yes, if something goes, do they have ration cards? They have ration cards at their own local places, but where they are working now? In other states. So we have to give certain benefits, whatever the government is providing the services, pension or any unorganized or unemployment allowance. Yes, or migrant workers now, because of the COVID pandemic, the situation became much more worst for the migrant workers. They are not even getting the ration food. Yes, they are being going back to their own places through walk, like miles of kilometers they were traveling. Yes, so in order to curtail such situations in future days, e-Shram portal was launched. It's not only during the COVID pandemic situation, but now it was in news because lot of almost 21 lakh unorganized sector workers have registered in e-Shram portal by September. That is why it is in news. So as e-Shram, in this, if a person have registered in this, he or she will get an e-Shram card which consists of 12-digit number. According to this e-Shram card, we will track the workers, where they are going and what the benefits they need actually. They need shelter, or they need food, or they need education, or they need any other facilities to travel purpose. Yes, we have to track at least where they are present. How it is possible? How it is possible without this e-Shram portal? Can we track the members where they are working? Definitely no. Yes, so they themselves come and register in this e-Shram portal in order to get access to all these things. Jan Dhan Yojana is a scheme. Yes, LPG scheme is a scheme. So all these are also linked to these personalities, whether they are getting proper benefits or not. It means that rechecking certain things. In case of formal workers, you have pensions. Yes, PFs, almost in our salary our PF will be cut off and then finally we'll get the pensions. But in case of informal workers, think that maid is working in my home. Do I give regular salaries to her? May or may not. Do we have any contract between her and me? If I fail to pay rent, so what's the situation of her? Can she approach judiciary? Can she approach? Economic conditions and all other societal conditions were not favorable to the unorganized workers. If they're registered here and they will follow certain rules and regulations and they'll help the unorganized workers how to get money from me for her. Are you getting? Is it a kind of getting benefits to the unorganized workers? And this is the most important thing in order to increase our economy. Because 80%, and in this 80% of informal workers, 50%, among 80, again in that 50% are agriculture workers. And remaining 50% are non-agriculture workers. Fishing, they are, for example, they are going for the fishing. They have crossed the border, international border. How they know it? If we have a track about them, what they are doing, what the occupation they are doing, in which places they are doing, in which, like whether the place is safe or not, all this can be tracked earlier and we can give suggestions to them earlier. All these things are interlinked in this e-Shram portal. Got it? Yes, for what purpose and why? And you can see here all the construction workers, migrant workers. What is meant by gig workers? Gig. Have you ever heard gig economy? No, contract workers. Nowadays, even I am on a contract. I do not belong to either formal or unorganized. I am on a contract. True? After my contract, I will be leaving this. I am nowhere related to this institute or anyone. Yes, most of the people now are demanding for a contract workers because we will not providing them pension. We will not providing them medical assistance. We will not providing them any other extra facilities to be provided for a worker. That is why nowadays all the institutes or all the construction workers, everyone, everywhere, contract workers are increasing in number. So, if an economy is running more dependent on gig workers, then it is called as gig economy. It is not counted in our economy. You got gig economy. Gig workers are the contract workers who will not have all this. Is it an advantage for a worker or a who is employer? Definitely for an employer. So, definitely they will be approaching the gig workers itself. Who want the permanent faculty? Without working, we have to give salary. You got it? Yes, street vendors, domestic workers, agriculture workers and similar other subgroups of unorganized work. All these persons have to be registered in e-Shram portal. Got it? Any doubts?